Gentleman Style Show.
Hey.
That, that was Hasan Green. That's
Hasan Green.
Hey, we should
That was a hush that went over the room.
No, I mean, vocals are what they are.
Yeah.
And you can't, they are what they are.
My band director used to always say, you can't cheat music. Either you know it or you don't.
Right.
Either you got it or you don't. I mean,
Right.
she's great in her arena, but I just wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't call her to say, "Hey, can you sing at my wedding?"
So John is a more of a raw vocalist.
Yeah, and I think I connected with him more because of the church background, soulful. I play piano a little bit, so
Right.
I just connected a little bit more with John at that time.
How many instruments do you play?
Just piano. I played trumpet in high school, but not enough to say I play trumpet. You know.
So who's the better piano player, Alicia or John?
I wouldn't say one was surpassing the other because I think she plays pretty well. What I will say is that they have a signature style that if one is playing and you don't see them, you know who's playing.
To me, Alicia has a more aggressive style of piano play. John has a more laid back vibe kind of. I never seen him. She's more like
Mm-hmm.
Well, hers
he's more like
mentioned hip hop and R&B. His can be R&B, soul, and even classical, I think.
Yeah.
Not to say she can't play classical, but I think hers, when she came out, she was integrated into that hip hop R&B scene, and she's always been in that space, so she does it well. So,
But I can tell their playing styles. So, like, even if they were playing over there and I didn't see them, if John Legend does a certain thing, I'm like, okay, that's John Legend playing. Yeah. And even like, it's some guy that sounds like him. I can't remember his name, but they're kind of similar.
he plays piano.
I'm not sure if he plays piano.
But his voice, vocals.
Yeah, his vocals, he sounds like John. But then when John does a certain thing in his voice, well, I can tell the difference. And I know that, hey, this is John Legend. So yeah, everybody kind of has that signature.
What's your signal? Do you identify it or you just want?
I can when I hear it. Yeah, I can when I hear it.
so where are you in terms of writing now? Because it's been a while since you've been here.
Mhm.
Has your writing style changed in terms of how you prepare to write, or
Yes.
so what's the view?
So with the new songs, I tried something different. Normally, the songs come to me, the melody come to me. I can hear them. So I write what I hear. And then I have someone to create, or I'll either play the music myself and I'll send a reference to whomever is creating the track. Hey, this is the guy, this is how I want it to go, this is what it should sound like, because I'm creating it from scratch. This time I did the reverse. So I reached out to someone and I found a producer on YouTube who make beats. And so I kind of just listened to a couple of beats here and there, kind of had a listening session and pick, see which ones connected with me. I chose a beat and I wrote to the beat. So this time I wrote lyrics to the music that was already created versus me creating the music.
Do you find that that's easier or?
It's kind of the same.
Mhm.
Some mainly when a song comes to me though, I can go from start to finish nonstop because it's flowing and it's coming to me naturally and I can just write. Um, and this happened with the song Easy. The guy who created the track, I sat in the room, played it a couple of times, and the chorus came to me first. I wanted it to be something catchy. I wanted it to be something that people could two-step to and sing along to.
Right.
Right. And so the chorus came to me. I said, okay, that's it. That's the chorus. I kept singing that over and over. And the lyrics just came. Like it just sounded like it was already a song. So I was like, okay, that's it.
I was listening to Tyler, Creator. He was talking one time, and they were asking questions about music
Mhm.
and how does he, or I guess his style of music, how does he write? And he was like, if someone else told him that he shouldn't be writing music or producing to what other people want. It should be only to his creativity or what he feels, because when you do it in your creativity
Mm-hmm.
to what you feel, forget whatever genres or what's hot right now, anything like that, then it becomes truer music and it has more longevity.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I totally agree. And believe it or not, your audience more, connects with the song more because it was from you. Like I don't know.
It's like a personal.
Yeah, and it for some reason it just has a better connection. Being a songwriter, like your Neo, Babyface, those type people, when they write songs for other people, I'm sure at some point, some of the lyrics, at some point in that song, there's a personal connection to those lyrics, you know, for it to become what it becomes, so that no matter who sings it or no matter what platform it gets on, somebody's gonna feel what was felt when it was written originally.
And it has a certain uniqueness that can't be replicated.
Yeah,
So,
so and it's totally different. Like if
right.
I write a song for you to do and you do it, I Look to You, R. Kelly, I think, wrote it for Whitney Houston. But it would be something totally different if he sang it because he wrote the song.
Right.
Somebody just told me Tank wrote something for somebody. And I was like, you know what, that makes sense. It sounds just like something. It sounds something just like something that Tank would say. I can't remember who the artist was. Um,
Is R. Kelly the king of R&B?
most definitely.
You want to say?
I was trying to think of who else would. I mean,
Wait, well, okay. Yes, he is. But where does Usher rank now?
he right behind him. If he ain't right behind him, he right there neck and neck. I
R.
mean,
Kelly bad man.
I mean,
He can write some.
he's just a bad man. I actually sang Thursday at Cat's Cafe. I sang When a Woman Loves. That's one of my favorite songs to hear him sing. That man can actually sing, and he sang his butt off on
Right.
that song. It's a great song, great performance song.
He can talk a song. He can talk a song.
And that goes back to what I said earlier. When you just got it,
Right.
you just got it. And R. Kelly just has it. Like
Right.
every song he's put out has been a hit.
Right. Y'all heard it here. R. Kelly.
I mean,
We do not condone
right.
I don't have a problem with it.
anything.
The music and the man are two different.
Yeah, we do not
things.
condone anything that went on or what was said. But the music
You
speaks for
can't
itself.
deny it.
But you can't deny. Right. You can't not deny it.
No, the music speaks for itself.
Right.
And it always has, it always will.
And my thing is, you probably wouldn't be listening to a lot of people if you were invited to talk inside of their
Right.
personal life.
Personal life.
You just don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know, so you
Right.
who are we?
Well, we do. Exactly.
What, when you do a song, is there a light or is there a switch or is there something when you finish recording it and you hear it back that first time and it's like, that's it.
It has to sound like a hit. If it doesn't sound like a hit, but it's something in me that there's the light.
Yeah.
It's just something in me that says, okay, this is it.
Now, okay, I guess that's not gonna. My next question was, what does a hit sound like? But I don't know if we can describe
It's
what
something
that
that you
sounds like. What does a hit sound like to you?
know.
Are you able to put that in the words, articulate it,
Let me see.
or is it a feeling, or is it?
It is
it's
a
feeling.
it's definitely a feeling. To me it sounds like classic. Like when you hear Here and Now, when you hear um what's another good one? Temptations, sit down on the couch. What's the name of the song?
Cheetah.
Treat Her Like a Lady. Those songs like that to me, those are classics. Like when you hear those type songs, you just know. Michael Jackson, um,
A bunch of them.
and what can't you name? You know what I'm saying? Like they just sound like classics to me. And if they don't have that sound, and another thing that'll confirm it is once somebody else hear it and they go like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Like when I wrote my song Easy, and immediately when I let the people, oh, they're like, oh, you got one. That was the response that I got.
You mentioned Michael Jackson, right?
Mhm.
Now I heard people comparing The Weeknd. Oh,
There's only two people the weekend
I heard I heard some comparisons. Like they were putting the weekend on
to
the
Michael
bill.
Jackson.
That's what they was like.
Why do you bring this stuff?
Is that the
Why do you
voice?
bring this nonsense?
I don't know. I don't.
Maybe they
know.
were
I
referring
don't
to the
know.
voice.
I don't. I don't
Because
know.
he does have a little tremble in his voice,
Mm.
like Michael Jackson. But artistry and career, no way. The only two people I think you could put up there are Beyonce and Bruno Mars, and possibly Chris Brown. But Bruno Mars, as far as performance, show, vocals, songs,
Yeah.
like he's that cat.
Mm.
And
Did you go to Beyonce concert?
I did not.
Oh,
Not this time.
Check.
Not this time. But no. But I am a Beyonce fan. But I didn't make the concert. The weekend.
That's what I heard. And I was struck. I mean, I like the weekend. Don't get me wrong. I like the
Yeah,
weekend.
me too.
But I
But
was
you
like,
can't put him in the
I was like,
category of
huh.
Mike.
think about
Don't
the
entertain
weekend.
me.
Michael Jackson. I was like,
Don't entertain. He's crazy.
Mike was in the league all by himself. Mike did he did movies for videos, like a whole
Right.
production. Like
He did fields. Like for a concert, it's a field. It ain't no just stadium. It's a field full of people
Yeah.
passing out. Just
Mike was that guy.
yeah.
Mm.
So if you had an opportunity, dead or alive, we did the the duet thing, but if you had the opportunity to be on tour with somebody, give me 3 people you'd go on tour with.
John Mayer would definitely be one. I would love to tour with John Mayer. Beyonce might do too much, but I was just saying background. I ain't got to be singing. Just put me on back. I'm sure that would be an amazing experience. Who else?
The weekend.
Dead.
I'm just messing.
Dead or alive. I have so many different favorite artists. It's kind of hard to. Let me pick somebody on the gospel side since I am a gospel singer.
Hey,
Who would that be?
Kurt Franklin. No?
Probably John P. Key.
John P. Key.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't no way I could love someone else. I would rather be by myself. Hey, baby, said I know that life is hard, baby, but loving you is the easy part. Hey, you make loving you easy. Oh, girl, you make loving you.
It was your smile, it was your style. I saw you from within, and every time I see your face, I fall in love again.
That's a hard question because I know a lot of artists and I love a lot of artists, so it would probably be. I know, of course, it'll be a different experience with each one, but
The beautiful thing about this is one of these days, God willing, you look back at this show
yeah,
and maybe you will have been on tour with one of these artists.
let's make it happen.
Put it into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, baby, let me see who this guy is. Okay, John.
And
Mayer.
it's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming. I believe it.
It's a beautiful thing.
I don't want to drag this out too long and everything because I know we're pushing on an hour now. I got a question. Does Kurt Franklin straddle the line between gospel music and actually overstep to the other side?
Kurt Franklin is what Kurt Franklin has always been, and to me, that's a happy medium. He has always been that crossover guy. Like when Kurt Franklin first came out and Stomp, like back where I'm from, you didn't play that kind of music in church. You know, like that's what
It was too. It was too.
it was worldly. They
Too
they
worldly.
played stomp in the clubs. Like that song,
Right.
yeah, that songs was played in the clubs
Right.
on the R&B
Right.
radio station. No, like so it was the gateway for gospel to make it to places other than church.
Right.
And he's still doing that, like right now. Like that's when people start doing praise dances in church. You had your dance groups, but before Kirk Franklin, you didn't really see people praise dancing in church. Like the old people wanted you get up and dance.
You better sit down.
Yeah, like, that wasn't a thing. You know, you were gonna have devotion, the choir was gonna sing, you were gonna pray, have announcements, welcome, and the preacher. Like that was it. So Kirk kind of like opened the door, everybody in church.
So Kirk Franklin, he's like a great Jedi. He's straddling the light side and the dark side.
He's like he's a happy medium.
He's a happy medium.
He
He's playing with.
Cause I smile, even though it hurts. So he you know, he putting songs in places where it's gonna reach any and everybody.
Right.
Like I don't go to church, but something in his song just reached me.
Right.
Now I feel a certain type of way. Now I
Right.
got a different perspective.
Right.
You know, like somebody in a dark place hearing a song talking about smiling.
Yeah.
They ain't really hearing no music like that on the R&B side. Everybody talking about sex,
Right. Right.
bodies, money.
Right.
You know, that's pretty much what our R&B is giving now.
Mhm.
Versus you don't have to make a love song,
Right.
you know, that art song, but you know what I'm saying. Like back in the '90s, it was all about love.
Mhm.
You know,
Speaking of love, have you listened to Diddy's new album? The Love?
Diddy?
Yeah.
No,
You didn't listen to the Love album?
I didn't know he had a look.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, so
But now I got something to listen to on the way back home. Don't listen to.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, you know, with Diddy,
Well, you know, people always talk. So, you know, recently they say R&B is dead and all that. Nobody dances to slow songs in the club no more. They don't do that. You know, all this type of stuff and everything. He tried to rekindle that somewhat with this latest project that he did.
Okay. Well, so that sounds like I could appreciate that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll check it out and I'll let you know.
so what's next for you? What you know? What can we expect from Hasan Green other than the new music coming?
That don't know, cause I'm focused on the new music, and I'm waiting to see where that takes me. I do feel like, and I've always known that my calling, that my career would not just be one genre.
Right.
That I was called to do more on a larger platform. So I do believe that walking to these doors with the Southern Soul, I do believe that that's gonna push me to another level that I'm excited about and that I'm ready for. I actually got connected to I don't even know what to call it. Yolanda, what are you? That's a lady hit me up on Facebook named Yolanda Marshall. And with the new single Easy, she took the song and she just distributed to all the DJs that she knew to radio, whether it was what's the not digital, what's the radio station? Internet radio and the streaming radios. So she was able to get the song played on radio stations in Miami, and so I'm like, that's super super dope. Like she don't even know me,
Right.
and just from hearing the song, she wanted to do what she could to get the song out there. So I'm looking forward to, and that's my goal at this point. So hopefully that will be next. My goal is, and I'll say this, I've never really wanted to be famous. I've never really wanted to be on those mainstream platforms. All I ever wanted to do was just sing and make music. Like that's all I wanted to do. However, that kind of changed over the years. The more you do it, you kind of want to be recognized. You kind of want people to know or to hear what you have to offer. And that's what anything you're doing, you want to be recognized for. So my next goal is to have my music distributed worldwide. I want people all over the world to know who I am. I want people to hear my music. And I've experienced that to a magnitude. I've been out, people ride by, oh my God, this Hasan Green, or you the guy that sang on YouTube, or the most amazing thing happened when I was in South Africa. We were just walking down the street shopping, and people in a taxi were riding by, like screaming my name, like that's Hasan Green. And I'm like, I'm in another country, and these people know who I am.
Nice.
Like that was an amazing feeling.
nice.
So I get that here and there sometimes, but I wanted to be in a place where everybody knows, like household name. That's what I've been declaring. That's what I've been decreeing. So hopefully that's next with the songs that I'm writing now, and the new music that's to come. And I did a song called Strange Fruit. It was a remake of Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit I released when George Floyd, and all of that was going on. So it's kind of centered around the Black Lives Matter movement. I see those songs. My first South African single was called Tomorrow. I did that with the Soweto Gospel Choir. I believe those songs will one day be in movies and soundtracks. That's just what I hear. And so I believe that's still gonna happen. I released that one in 2012. And I still believe that's gonna happen, that people are gonna hear those songs on soundtracks. So hopefully that's coming up soon.
Well, I'm gonna add one more song in there that should be on soundtrack. In Love with Music.
Yeah.
That is absolutely my favorite song that you've done. I don't know why. It's just something about that song.
Yeah. And I remember we talked about that on the first interview.
Yeah, that is still. I love all the music. It's just something about how you made the relationship with music work within that song. And I'm like,
Yeah.
see, that's something that you could put in any movie, especially any romantic comedy and all of these different things. So yeah, that's what.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So that's why I'm anxious to get the music done and get it out so that I can see what the outcome is gonna be. Yeah.
Well, do us a favor. That's your camera right there.
Yeah.
Tell them how they can find you.
All right. If you want to find me, connect with me. I am the Hasan Green on all social media platforms. It's TheHasanGreen. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. All of my music is under Hasan Green. But just follow me there on the Hasan Green.
Or just Google him. How about that?
Yeah.
He's Googleable.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
He's Googleable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
That's it.
I love it.
Well, that's it. We really appreciate you coming in. You know, you always are gracious and humble as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you
that
guys for inviting me.
It's very
Hey,
good.
you can always call us if you got something new, you want to break something, you want to sit down and talk to the people. Hit us up, call us. Hey man, I got some new stuff. I want to come do the show.
Well, I'll be back when the album drops.
There you go.
Back when the album
I'll
drops.
be back.
What's
And
up?
look, this is another thing we working on. This is for all y'all GOS fans too. We working on getting this live performance thing going. So hopefully, maybe by the time you come back, we can put together a little impromptu personal thing.
Okay.
There, there's it's a stage in there, so we
Yeah, if you ever want to do your
system and
show or something or whatever, or listening part, I mean, you can use it if you want. I mean, so yeah,
Sounds good to
I'll
me.
give you that.
Yeah.
That, like, okay.
Green light.
all right, man. Take sound like you normally want.
Yeah. You know how it goes. As we always like to say, there is no excuse for good taste because here at the Gentleman of Style Show, we believe in better. Yeah.
All right, this guy right here, man. We out of here. Till next time.